my father acquired the Bigfoot September 23rd, 1953, a decision had to be made because the animals were so large they couldn't get them out of the swamp. So the decision was to dissect them, and that's exactly what they did. Right here and in my possession is the only proof, physical proof of Sasquatch that we have in existence. This right here is a hand to a female. It is estimated that the female is approximately 500 pounds. Look at this beautiful, beautiful example of a Sasquatch. You can see the radius in the ulna. You can see the muscles in these animals were just, they're immense. These are immense, dense creatures. So if you think about this being dried out in a freezer for 65 years, it must have lost at least 25% of its mass. So it'd be much bigger. He knew instantly that these were important. He didn't know what they were. Originally, they were coming at them, and they thought that they might be bear. They thought that they were being attacked, and they were being attacked, and they had no other choice but to do what they had to do. They wanted to keep one of them alive, and one of them was alive, and they were going to sell it to the St. Louis Zoo at that time, but unfortunately, it did not turn out like they planned. It's unfortunate that this had to happen, that these creatures had to be euthanized, but that is what happened, and at least we have this to, for the science community and the Bigfoot community, at least we have these examples to share with you all. And we also will take these inside, bring them out of the freezer, and we can look at them closer and under proper light in a more scientific environment. It's an advantage having them outside right now because they can remain cold. So it really doesn't, they're not going to degrade, and there's no chance of them thawing. But we'll take them in, and you all can see it in better light, and we'll go up with a lens so that you guys can really get in close and see that this is a real object. This is from a real animal. All of these are from real animals. This is nothing that is made up. And we will talk about other of the Sasquatch parts. We will talk about whole Sasquatch that were kept intact. Most of them were cut up, but there's a juvenile, and there is an infant that is intact. Now, this is a foot from what is believed, we're not going to really talk about this today, but from a very young Sasquatch, and we will talk about this later, how the foot almost resembles a human foot. Now, the reason we think that this is for camouflaging. When the Bigfoot walk, if they're young like this, somebody might think that it's a human foot. But we've already talked about this object here, which is an adult. It's a smaller adult. It's not real big. I'd have to check to see which Bigfoot this goes to. It might go with this female, I'm not sure, but this is about a 500-600 pound Bigfoot. And like I said, all these objects, all the body parts, and including the Bigfoot, they're still heavy, but they're a lot lighter than they normally would be because they've been in a freezer for 65 years. So they are dehydrated quite a bit. But you can see the foot, you can see how the dermal ridges, but you can also tell that it is nothing like a human foot. It's an outstanding find that we actually have younger Sasquatch to look at, and we will look at this in another video. There has been some rumors floating around that this isn't real, that this is a hoax, and that is not the case. And you have to understand the stress that my my father and my family have gone through having these objects. We have to worry about the feds, we have to worry about all kinds of people trying to get a hold of these objects. So at times, there has been disinformation put out. I'm president of the Bigfoot community. I can assure you that these are 100% real, and they're gorgeous. These are gorgeous specimens. This is truly a glorious day, and we're going to have many more glorious days coming up because disclosure is about to happen. It's happening right now.